Okay, so we will once again repeat knee joint in a brief. So, knee joint is the largest and most complicated joint in the body. A knee joint is a hinge type synovial joint which mainly allows for extension and flexion and a small degree of medial and lateral rotation. I hope you got the concept of flexion, extension, medial, and lateral rotation. If there is any confusion or doubt, then please ask. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, next is what are the articulate surfaces of knee joint? Means which surfaces are articulating in knee joint? So the surfaces are condyles of femur. You can see in this picture lateral femoral condyle and medial femoral condyle. These are the two condyles of femur bone. These are articulating with tibial condyles. But in between them, you can see a cartilage is present. That cartilage is depicted here by blue color. So two condyles of femur is articulating with surface of two condyles of tibia, that is the shin bone, and in between them cartilage is present. And patella, go to the slide. Yes, next is patella. You can see patella is attached with femur bone. Next is condyles of tibia. Yes, condyles at tibia are articulating with condyles of femur. Don't move the slide too much. Keep it as it is. Or you can rotate your phone. Yes, you can rotate your phone. Then it will come as particular slide. Yes. Yes. It's better. So, femoral condyles articulates with tibial condyles below and behind and with patella in front. So, what are the articulating surfaces in knee joint? That are femoral condyles articulating with tibial condyles and patella is articulating with femur. These are the articulating surfaces of knee joint. It is formed by fusion of lateral femorotibial joint, medial femorotibial joint, femoropatellar joint. What is lateral femorotibial joint? Lateral side, in the lateral side of knee, two condyles of, means two condyles are articulating, one is of femur and one is of tibia. So in the lateral side femorotibial joint, in the medial side same condyle of femur articulating with condyle of tibia. So medial side femorotibial joint and femoropatellar joint. So these are the joints of knee. Now go to next slide please. Yes. Here we can see major ligaments in knee joint. Uh, Patellar ligament, tibial collateral ligament, fibular lateral ligament, anterior cruciate ligament, posterior cruciate ligament. So here in this picture you can see it has been highlighted by red color, that uh, first, patellar ligament. Patellar ligament you can see at the bottom portion, means where the tibia is starting, that portion at below patellar ligament is present, which is joining patella to tibia. First of all, anyone of you know what is ligament, please tell me.
Bone to muscle.
Ma'am, ligament is a thread-like structure that ties bones together.
Mm, hair-like structure. Hair-like structure. Actually, it's not hair-like structure.
Ma'am, bone to bone, ma'am.
It's
Bone to bone.
a fibrous connective tissue, madam. It attaches bone to bone.
Yes, very good. That was the answer I was expecting. We have already discussed connective tissue, and ligament was fibrous connective tissue, if you remember. Okay. So it was a connective tissue which connects one bone to another bone. So patellar ligament is connecting patella to tibia. Okay. Next is tibial collateral ligament. Tibial collateral ligament you can see in this picture, as it is joining tibia to femur in the medial side. Femoral collateral ligament in the lateral side, it is joining femur to fibula. Okay. Tibial collateral ligament joining tibia to femur. Fibular collateral ligament joining fibula to femur. Anterior cruciate ligament. The name is already cruciate. Okay, so this ligament is very, very, very crucial. So you can see this anterior cruciate ligament in the middle of the joint, which is binding the joint properly. Next is posterior cruciate ligament. It is in the back side, which is binding the joint. That is why it is posterior cruciate ligament. Okay, next is medial and lateral menisci are fibrocartilage structure in knee that act as shock absorber and increase stability of joint. Okay, so these are the medial and lateral menisci are the fibrocartilageous structure in the knee that act as what's happening. Okay. So the acts as shock absorber. Okay, they are present as shock absorber. And next is a bursae, is a synovial fluid filled sac found between moving structures in a joint. Bursae is a type of cushion like structure. Okay. It is a fluid filled, small fluid filled sacs are there just around our joints, around our synovial joints. So those are known as bursae. They are very, means uh, they are the cushion like structure which move around, which are not fixed. You cannot see in this picture. I will show you in another pictures what are bursae. And just imagine that these are bursae are cushion like structure which are fluid filled, and they move around in around synovial joints. and they are small patches. Okay, go to next slide, please. Here you can see bursa. Bursa is a singular form and bursa is a plural form. So these blue colored sacs are bursa, or in collective form bursae. Okay, so you can see here in such way bursae are present. They are fluid filled sac, and you can see here in this picture how muscles are joined in knee, hamstring, quadriceps. Put the slide a bit upper, up. Yes, hamstrings, quadriceps, and bones, ligaments, tendons, how they are joined with each other. Right. Go to next.
Madam, what is the functions of bursae?
See, all these are present to just make the joint comfortable. Means it is protecting from uh, outside, means outside injuries, means if means making the joint safe. They are protecting the knee for as cushion, and they also provide good they have also a role in movement. They are not fixed, they also move. So they are cushion like structure, they also absorb shock, they also protect the knee, and they also play a role in movements. Okay,
Okay, madam.
see here it is written bursae are pads for fat and numerous. They prevent friction between a bone and ligament or tendon, and between the skin and patella. So what I told, they just protecting the joints. They reduce friction between bones, ligaments, joints, and these are fluid filled sac, right? Means they are filled with fluid. So what is that fluid? Generally, they release fat. Means they are made up of fats. So they releasing fat, and that is why the friction is reduced in between bones, tendons, ligaments. Okay, so this is the role of bursae. Got it?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Now, what are the movements of knee? First, there are four main movements that knee joint permits. We have already discussed this. We'll go through just once. So, first is extension, produced by quadriceps and femoris muscle. So, what is extension? We have discussed yesterday. Any one of you, please tell.
Increasing of the ankle.
Yes, when the angle between the joint is increasing, then it is extension. Means if we are straightening our leg or if we are straightening our hand, then the angle between knee joint or elbow joint is increasing. That is extension. And if we are folding our hand or if we are folding our leg from joint, means that is from elbow joint or knee joint, then the angle is decreasing, that is flexion. So extension in knee joint can be produced by quadriceps femoris muscle. You know where the quadriceps muscles reside? Anyone?
Hamstring muscle backside.
Yes, hamstring is in the back side, but where the quadriceps are residing?
Ma'am, on thigh.
Yes, good. On thigh, on the front side. Okay, so these are known as quadriceps. Quadri means four. So quadriceps means this is a group of four, means yes, four muscles. That is why it is known as quadriceps. So in the front of thigh, the front of thigh is made up of quadriceps muscles. So extension of knee joint is done by quadriceps femoris muscles. Then flexion produced by hamstrings. As madam said, hamstring is present in the back side of thigh. Gracilis, sartorius, and popliteus muscles. We will learn all these muscles. Just understand that these muscles are present in thigh. Hamstring is present in the back side. Sartorius is present also in thigh, and so these are thigh muscles which are responsible for flexion. Next is lateral rotation. We have also discussed what is lateral rotation. Anyone, please? Lateral and medial rotation.
It's away from the middle line. The rotation will be
Yes.
there.
Yes, just making away from midline, that is lateral rotation, and towards midline, that is medial rotation. So we have taken example of a lateral rotation like Supta Vajra. You can see the lower is line of, and this lateral rotation.
Ma'am, your voice is
No,
breaking a lot.
my voice is breaking now also. Is it for everyone or it is just for him only? Please
Now it's okay,
confirm
ma'am.
me.
Breaking, ma'am. It's breaking.
Uh, this is the ultimate we can do. Means I can do now. I am not presenting
You're
the
Now,
not
now
pattern.
you
now.
are audible, madam.
Now you're audible, ma'am.
Okay, so let's continue. So yes, lateral and medial rotation. I think you got the concept of lateral and medial rotation. Mm, and so lateral rotation is produced by bicep femoris muscle, and medial rotation is produced by semi-membranous, semi-tendinous, gracilis, sartorius, and popliteus muscles. Now, the main muscles extending the knee are quadriceps femoris, and the principal flexors are gastrocnemius and hamstrings. So gastrocnemius muscles are present in our lower leg or the calf muscles. If you know the calf muscles, that is present in our lower leg just below the knee, and the back side of our lower leg just below the knee we can see a dumbbell of muscles. Okay, that is calf muscle, or that is known as gastrocnemius muscles. You can feel your that muscle, which is very prominent in football players or athletes. So main muscle extending knee and quadriceps femoris, and principal flexor are gastrocnemius. So you got the concept. Means the muscle which is extending the knee are from thigh, and the muscle which is flexing the knee is from lower legs, right? Yes. Now we will go for intervertebral space. Vertebrae is separated by intervertebral disc. We have already discussed the concept that between each vertebra we can find intervertebral disc, which is made up of what? Anybody? Please answer fast.
What, madam? What the question?
In between the vertebral disc, we can find in between the vertebrae, we can find vertebral
Cartilage.
disc. Yes, it is also made up of cartilage. So between each vertebral body is a cushion of fibrocartilage called an intervertebral disc. Inter means in between, more than one, two or more than two. So here we can see in between two vertebrae there is a cushion like structure that is made up of fibrocartilage, that is known as intervertebral disc. They are thinnest in cervical region and become progressively thicker towards the lumbar region as spinal loading increases. Okay, you got the concept. Means it is present throughout the vertebral column, but it is thinner in cervical region, and as per it is going down it becomes thicker. Means thoracic region vertebral disc will be thicker than cervical, lumbar region will be more thicker than thoracic, sacral region will be more thicker. Sacral region you cannot find because it is uh, fused. So in between fused bone it is not present. It is present in single vertebra, in between single vertebrae. So it goes on thicker progressively. And why it goes on thicker? Because of spinal loading. Because our spine is getting loaded as due to gravity. Our lower spine is conducting, or lower spine have to load up more weight than cervical or than thoracic region, right? So that is why the intervertebral disc in the lower region, or as it goes lower progressively it becomes thicker. Intervertebral disc is important in normal functioning of the vertebral column. Posterior longitudinal ligament in vertebral canal helps to keep them in place. Okay. Posterior longitudinal ligament is present in between the spinal process of two vertebrae. Okay. See the picture. In this right side picture, it is the detail, somewhat detail of intervertebral disc. Zoom the picture right side. You can see in this picture. Zoom the picture right side. Yes, yes, okay. Here you can see that a central portion is highlighted, that is nucleus pulposus. It is a jelly-like structure which is present in each vertebral disc. And this nucleus pulposus is covered by annulus fibrosus. This annulus fibrosus is the fibrocartilage. So, intervertebral disc is made up of these two. In the middle of the intervertebral cartilage, we can find this nucleus pulposus, which is a jelly-like structure, and the surrounding is made up of annulus fibrosus, which is a fibrocartilage. And here you can see the intervertebral foramen through which spinal cord is going, and vertebral body. Okay, go to the next. Okay, so we have already discussed that there are 23 discs. Sorry, this has been not discussed earlier. So please tell me how many vertebrae are present in our body.
33, ma'am.
26, madam.
Now decide 26 or 33. Which is the
By
correct
birth,
answer?
33 will be there, madam. After that, the fusion will happen, and then it will become 26.
And what are those fused bones?
Cocax and which one that?
Sacrum.
Sacrum.
Sacrum khakis.
Very good. It is sacrum and coccyx. So these are the fused bones. If we divide them without fusing, then it is 33, and after fusion, it is 26. So we can found 23 discs in human spine or in vertebral column. 6 in cervical region. As we know, 7 cervical vertebrae are there. So in between 7 vertebrae, it is obvious we can find 6 disc because it is present in between them. Then 12 in thoracic region, 5 in lumbar region. So after lumbar, coccyx is present, and coccyx is fused bone. That is why intervertebral disc is not possible in between them. Next, sacrum is present after lumbar, and sacrum is fused bone. Same in case of coccyx too. So total 23 intervertebral discs are present, 6 in cervical, 12 in thoracic, and 5 in lumbar region. Next is intervertebral disc consists of 3 components. The inner nucleus pulposus we have already seen in the above picture. It is also visible in this picture. In the middle of intervertebral disc, you can see nucleus pulposus, the outer annulus fibrosus, and the 2 cartilage end plates. So, 2 cartilage end plates are present at 2 surfaces, means where the bone is meeting the cartilage. In that place, cartilage end plates are present. Okay. So it is the cartilage end plate is covering the intervertebral disc from both sides, from up and down. So you can assume that 2 cartilage end plates are covering the intervertebral disc. So we will go for a bit detail for nucleus pulposus. Make the slide. Yes. The center or inner core of intervertebral disc is nucleus pulposus, composed of a jelly-like material that consists of mainly water as well as a loose network of collagen fibers. Okay, so this jelly-like material is consisting of mainly water and a loose network of collagen fibers. Next is annulus fibrosus. It is consists of lamellae or concentric layers of collagen fibers. Okay, so this annulus fibrosus is made up of collagen fibers only, and it is a concentric layer, means collagen fibers are very concentrated in annulus fibrosus. The annulus fibrosus contains an inner and outer portion. They differ primarily in their collagen composition. Yes, in annulus fibrosus also we can found, if we see very deeply, then we can found there is a bit difference in inner side and outer side of annulus fibrosus. And so outer side will be more harder and concentrated collagen fibers can be found. That is written here. They differ primarily. They means inner and outer portion of this annulus fibrosus differ primarily. What they differ? Collagen composition. Yes. So outer portion is more concentrated, and inner portion will be comparatively less concentrated of collagen fibers. Yes, go to next. Now, cartilage and plates. The cartilages and plates enclose the disc superiorly and inferiorly. As we have discussed, it is covering the intervertebral disc from upper side and button side. So, it is enclosing the disc superiorly, means from upside, and inferiorly from downside. The end plate permits diffusion and provides the main source of nutrition for disc. Okay, so here you can see it is very similar to which part of cell? The cartilage end plate the features of cartilage end plates is very similar to which part of cell?
Membrane.
Yes, very good. So it is permitting diffusion, means it will permit that which thing should come inside the intervertebral disc and which thing should not, and what should go out and what should not go out. So this diffusion is permitted by cartilage end plates and also provide main source of nutrition. So cartilage end plates are providing nutrition to intervertebral disc. Now, what are the functions of intervertebral discs? So, functions are they act to provide flexibility and low loads. Yes, they are providing the flexibility, they are absorbing the shock, and they are provide providing, means they are um, keeping the load by themselves and contribute to stability. Yes, separate the vertebrae from each other, act as a shock absorber for the spine, restricted intervertebral disc joint motion. Make the slide a bit upper. Yes. Restricted intervertebral disc joint motion and provides cushioning for the vertebrae and reduce the stress, protect the nerves that run down the spine and between the vertebrae. So these are the functions, and it is written in very lucid English. If you, I think you got, I think I don't need to explain any point. If although you cannot understand any point, you can tell. It's very simple, right? It acts like provide, it acts to provide flexibility and lower the loads, contribute in stability, separate the vertebrae from each other, act as a shock absorber, restricted intervertebral disc joint motion, provides cushioning for the vertebrae and reduce stress, protect the nerve that run down the spine and between the vertebrae. Yes. Any confusion, any doubt, any query? No? Okay. Go to next. Yes. Mm, effect of yoga on skeletal system. So, have I put this in this slide, or it has just came by mistake? Anything is present just below this slide? Okay. So these are very general. We don't need to learn all this. Okay, if you want, you can learn. It's not very. So, any confusion, any query, any doubt in this whole skeletal system, you can ask. I will provide today a flow chart of total skeletal system. You will go through that and you will learn all the bones. Okay, seems there is no doubt, no query, and no confusion. So let me ask questions. Answer me in chat box, everybody. Now, stop presentation. Yes. Everybody ready? Answer me as fast as you can. Answer everybody in the chat box. So, what is the longest bone in our body? Answer fast. Okay, one answer, two answer. Only three answers are here. And how many? So I should get six answers. Where are the people? Nagaranjan and this Pooja, Mintu. Uh, Mr. Nagaranjan, are you very new today?
Ma'am,
Yes. Are you new today or you are regular in recordings?
re- no, ma'am. I listening, ma'am.
So you are familiar with previous classes, right?
Uh, no, ma'am. I am joining last week only, ma'am. I also PhD scholar, so only recording option is I am available. Uh, Today onwards, I schedule the classes timing, ma'am. Then only I joining today, ma'am.
Okay, no
Today
problem.
onwards, okay, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. Whatever you have left, go through those recordings. You will
Sure,
get.
ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Yes. Now tell me in chat box, everyone. Chat means like fast. which is the root bone of tongue? Everybody please type the answer. If anybody do not know the answer, then also type it because it will help you out. Without just listening or just seeing the answer, what is others typing, type you too. Okay, good. High weight bone is the root of tongue, and this is the only bone which the right. This is also
You are not audible, madam.
Okay, ma'am.
why I am not audible. Is it okay now?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So hyoid bone is the root of tongue bone, and this is the only bone which is not articulating with any other bone. So this is also an important question in question point of view, that which bone is not articulating with any other bone. Now, tell me, which is the smallest bone in our body? Very good, Mintu Vishwas. You are doing good. Answer everybody fast. Yes, step is the right answer. Now, please answer me. What are bones made up of? Answer fast. What are bones made up of? We don't have much time. Okay, good. Very good, Sarika ma'am. Uh, good, Mintu Vishwas. And okay, so calcium, phosphorus, and collagen protein are the main components. Now, please tell me one example of flat. Answer fast without seeing the slide.
Voice, ma'am, breaking, ma'am. We are not getting what you say.
Please answer me one example of flat bone. Only one answer came. Yes, very good. Yupika ma'am, Sarika ma'am. Any other answers? Please reply fast. I was just asking one answer only. Mr. Karthik. Okay, good. Very good. Okay. Okay, good. Now, please tell me, uh, what are the numbers of cranium bones? Total number of cranium bones. Answer fast. Why you are taking this much of time? I am just asking about cranium bones. Cranial bones. Yes, it is 8. If we are talking about skull, then it talk only about cranial bones, then it is
You are not audible, madam.
8.
You are not
I'm
audible,
audible?
madam.
Hello? Hello? Am I audible now?
Yes,
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 madam.
yes.
Yes. Yes.
Now audible.
Okay. That means I have to tilt my neck into 38 degree and I have to talk. Okay. So yes, very good, Nagaranjan. There are 14 facial bones and 8 cranial bones and 22 skull bones. So I asked about only cranial bones. It is 8. Yes. So now please answer me. What is an example of pivot joint? Where we can find this pivot joint? Be particular. Can you be a bit particular in your answer? Between which bones? Between
Yes,
which two bones?
means C1, that cervical one, and between skull.
No, it's not in cervical 1 and skull. It is cervical 1 and cervical 2. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Means between intervertebrae only we can find pivot joint.
Yes, it is present only on one place of vertebra. Yes, atlas and axis. Very good. It is
Okay.
between atlas and axis. Atlas is the first C1, first cervical bone, and axis is the second one. So it is 8. We will have another question answer session in any other time. So let's wind up the class with prayer. Straight, straighten your spine. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Inhale deep and long. And start the prayer with adapting Namaskar Mudra in front of your chest. Inhale and start the prayer. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. Rub your palms. Put those palms on your facial muscles. Feel the warmth. Feel the energy. Absorb the energy. Fix the learnings of this class in your brain and open your eyes with a smile. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.